We're live.
These kids, and I'm just playing.
We're live. You're coming in active.
I'm coming in hot. Can we edit that? The first 8 minutes, right?
Yeah, it's all right. We'll start it from right here.
All right, cool.
Start it from right here.
Thank you.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm coming in hot, man. I'm just over everybody, over everybody on the internet. Everybody, thinking that everybody's an influencer now. Nobody wants to work. And everybody wants to, put their request in on the songs. Everybody wants to ask for money.
Who's asking you for money?
Everybody, the government, the taxes, everybody. I'm just over everybody.
You over tax season didn't even start yet.
That's I'm pre-tax.
You pre over it.
Yeah, LLC. You got to pay quarterly.
Yeah. I gotta do that. I don't do quarterly.
You got to do quarterly. Everybody's always asking for something.
Yeah. So when you do quarterly taxes, every quarter you pay. You don't pay at once at the end.
It's an estimate.
Yeah.
No, the thing is, it was a large tax bill last year that was paid in this year.
Mm-hmm.
Large tax bill. So it's just like my accountant was just like, you know what? It's better to just set up that quarterly estimate so this way you don't have to take that large liability.
But are you actually paying it, or are you just putting it aside?
I'm paying it.
Are you actually sending it
to the IRS?
And if you overpay, they'll send it back.
They'll send it back. Yeah.
Is that an entertainment account you got?
An entertainment account?
An entertainment accountant.
Oh no, just a regular account. Regular business account. Yeah.
I gotta get a new entertainment accountant because they know how to
finesse. That's the thing. You just got to know the rules.
Listen, we got a new president coming in. If he wants to get rid of the IRS, that's one thing I'm willing to get on board with.
Fake news.
Let the country doesn't need money. Let everyone pay for themselves.
Fake news.
And no more taxes. That'll be good.
Mars.
I played in a charity game this
basketball
this weekend. Yeah, man.
You big time now.
You know what's crazy? Like you joke, but when you really get a real idea about how old you are, and I'm not old. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
I'm 34. I'm not old. But on Friday, I watched the Tyson fight, which was sad. First of all, we gotta stop doing this to our old.
We have to
let people get old and racist and die peacefully.
Yeah.
That's the natural. That's how God wanted it to be.
That's how he set it up.
But making these old people fight and run for president, I don't know why we're doing it. It's hard to watch.
It was sad.
Like, I was texting with my friends about it, and I was like, this is hard to look at.
He had the shakes.
Like, he looks like an old man getting beat up.
Which it was.
By like a young guy. And, whatever, he did it for a reason. $20 million, something.
He got $20 million just to...
Yeah.
Jake Paul, I'll get my ass beat for $20 million.
And he took it easy on him.
Jake Paul got $40 million, and he clearly was taking it easy.
He took it easy on him.
He could have killed
him.
I mean,
he's 58 years old.
But you could see in it, that it was the type of thing where you can visually notice that Mike Tyson wanted to do damage, but he just couldn't. Like, his mind wanted to do things that his body couldn't do. And I similarly played in a basketball game on Sunday, and then I got to experience it firsthand because I was playing and I hadn't played basketball. I used to play when I was in high school. I hadn't played basketball in maybe like a year or two, even recreationally. And I wanted to do stuff in my mind that my body couldn't do.
Was your body looking at you like, what are you doing?
My body was like, I'm going home.
Oh, okay.
And my mind was like, still there.
I'm still here.
Yeah, and my body was like, oh, we're on the bench.
Yeah.
And I'm like, in my mind, I'm thinking like I'm on the court.
Like,
I'm on the bench with a massage gun.
Yeah, definitely.
Trying to iron out my thighs.
Bro.
And I was sore for
7.
Today's Wednesday. I'm still sore now. I've been sore since that happened.
How many minutes did you play?
7.
All in all, probably like a strong 14.
Okay. That's not
14 minutes. But it was an NBA size court.
Oh, no.
Right. It was an NBA size court.
94 feet.
And I'm just not there. I could get there. I'm 34. It's not over. I want to get back. I think I might get back. I could get there.
It's not over.
Where I could physically play recreationally and not feel like, like I felt like I was, on Sunday, I felt like I was Tyson in the fight. In the sense of, I felt like a younger guy was punching me in the face for 6 rounds.
The day after.
Yeah, that's how I generally felt. But to be fair, all the other people in their 30s, they all felt the same way.
Okay.
So it's not like I was an outlier. There was one dude who was like, there's always one dude who I guess he was training for a marathon or whatever. So he's just literally running up and down the court. So he's outplaying people just off energy. Like he's not better than anyone, but he's just running. Everyone's tired and everyone's just like, whatever, just let him steal it. He's gonna miss. and that's what he was doing. But I had an epiphany where I'm not going down without a fight.
Like Tyson.
Exactly. If LeBron James can be 40 years old, 41 years old and doing what he's doing in the NBA, why can't I?
He also spends $1 million, quote unquote, on his body a year.
They say that, but I don't even know how do you even calculate that?
That's $20 million.
Like, how do you calculate that? You spend $1 million. Like, what do you charge it? Like, you got a trainer, okay. His trainer alone is probably, you got to assume like $200,000 a year probably.
That's $800,000 left.
And then you get a chef who's probably like another $200,000. That's $400,000. So it's like, is this spending on your body? You got a private chef. That's...
I mean, but like, all right, so you probably have a massage therapist too.
That's another on retainer. That's another like $100,000.
100. So that's 500 right there.
Right, but I'm like all these things. I don't know if I can. When you say something like he spends $1 million a year on his body, I feel like that comes off a little misleading.
It definitely does come off misleading, but at the same time too, I feel like it's also investing in your product. Your product is your play. You know what I mean? And like LeBron has been doing it since he was 18. First of all, I feel you on that, like playing basketball and feeling like you got hit by a car.
Yes.
The next day.
I'll bust, I think.
Bro,
I think with a car, I probably could have done a couple activities the next day.
Bro, a bus for sure. Because I played like in an intramural league and I'm telling you.
See, I want to do that. I want to play in an intramural league.
It was the most.
We should play.
Bro, we should. But
we'll get in shape.
We should. That's content. But like, it was the most humbling thing that ever, like one of the most humbling things that ever happened to me because I was an athlete.
Yeah.
You know?
I used to be good. And it's not that I'm no longer good. It's that I can't do the things. Like I don't have the energy or the ability to do those things.
But it's still there. Like you still want to, and then you're like, bro, my elbows were like inflamed for like the next 10 days.
Bro, I was trying, like, you know how if you play basketball, you know how like obviously I was never a dunker. I could never dunk, but I used to jump high for my height. I could hit the blackboard, I could clap. I could jump high. So I was like, all right, let me try it out. Like I went up for a layup on a layup line, not in the game at all, on warm-ups. I went up to like try to like clap and hit the backboard and I just fell.
Oh my God. Bro.
I was like, this is who I am now? I'm the guy who falls?
This is crazy.
On the layup line?
This is crazy.
Do your teammates say anything to you after that? Or because it's a charity game, like...
Well, no, because they actually... I look athletic. Like if you see me, like I had,
you do.
I had 2 sleeves on my leg. I had like the Under Armour like thing. So
you had the outfit.
This got the ball,
right? So I walked out and they were like, "All right, this guy,
we're good.
Yeah, we're good because this guy's a player."
Yep.
And then I started doing that nonsense, and they were like, "Oh, this is just stuff he bought at Modell's.
It's a filter
that he brought back out.
It's a filter.
Yeah, so
it's an athletic filter.
So it was a lot of that. But also, to be fair, they were also not in great ability to perform either. So the fact that I even tried, they were like, "Oh, this guy still has it," even though I fell and almost knocked over like this woman that was trying to take photos.
What about the other team? Were they in the same boat?
Yeah, everyone was not.
Oh, everybody. Okay, because for me, my experience was we were playing against some recent college grads.
Oh no,
some college.
Oh no.
What is it? Finance bros that like wanted to beat down on wanted to beat down on middle-aged men.
That's their only hobby.
Yeah, their only hobby.
They
like we have children and mortgages. All right.
Yeah.
Jerk. They're like jumping out the gym, doing alleys in the layup line.
No, they're trying to relive when they won the Heisman in college.
Yeah, mind you, I'm just doing this to get some exercise, get my fat ass off the couch.
Yeah.
You know, my girl's laughing her ass off because...
Oh, you brought your girl?
Yeah.
No, I made that mistake once.
Bro.
Never again.
The comedy that we provided her.
I'd rather no girls be allowed in the gym, to be honest.
Honestly, at this point, like, and oxygen. No girls, but oxygen, because I couldn't breathe.
There was girls playing on the team, and I guess they could play. I was guarding one. She's like blowing right by me.
Was
like,
it Angel
scoring.
Reese?
Yeah. Huh?
Was it Angel Reese?
Injuries?
Angel Reese.
Oh, Angel Reese. Oh, was it Angel Reese?
Yeah.
No. These were not. I mean, they might as well have been. They might as well have been to me.
Damn it,
Caitlin. They might have been Caitlin Clark because they were just scoring, and I was just like, "Good job." That was like what I was. Doing. I was kind of that guy. I was the good job,
the motivator,
team morale. You know.
They'll
That's
remember
important.
that.
Yeah, that's important.
That's definitely important.
They had it was put on by this organization that's mothers of NBA players. Like I didn't even know that was an org, but apparently that is. And they were all there. You know what?
Was it at the Barclays?
No. This was at LaGuardia
College.
Close. Yeah, it was at LaGuardia LaGuardia College.
You should have. I would have pulled up.
I didn't want nobody there.
Okay.
I was trying to kick the cameras out.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
even want proof that I was there.
Okay.
But I've realized that I got to do better with pretending that I give a fuck about things because I'm not good at it. Like they introduced all the moms and who their sons were in the NBA. And I was like, yeah, I don't care. Which, you know.
At their charity.
Yeah. But like other people were like, wow, that's this person's mom. I was like, I wouldn't care if he was here, let alone the person who birthed them.
I feel like I'm in the same boat.
Yeah, this is no good. Because I was trying to force myself. I was like, act like you care. So I was like, oh my God. This is good. You're Smush Parkers? Well,
But where does it come from? The like not giving a...
it's a genuine thing.
Is it a genetic thing?
I'm not putting on. Like it,
No, I know.
It comes from within.
But I think, does that come with age? Because I just realized that earlier myself, where it's just like, I don't care about any of this. I have so much real life stuff going on that I could care less.
Is there nobody that y'all would, like, who would you guys be really starstruck actually by? Like, you would care.
There's some people that you're like, wow, when I saw The Rock in person, that was like, wow. I mean, he is the biggest movie star in the world, on the planet. And also, I grew up watching him as a kid when he was a wrestler. So that was a big deal. But him probably, the second person, I would say probably Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
And Kevin Hart is like 5'1", but he does have a big person aura to him. Like The Rock walks in, he's big. He's like, 6'2", and he's jacked, obviously, and he comes in with his muscle shirt. So he's a presence. And Kevin Hart is the opposite. He's like 5'1", whatever, but he's also a presence in that way.
Do you ever get confused with Kevin Hart?
No.
Oh.
No. I asked The Rock if I was taller, and he was like, yeah, you're a lot taller.
Okay.
Other than that, I mean, I seen Celine Dion. That was cool.
That's big in minority
Yeah.
community.
Celine
Dion
really?
is up there.
Yeah,
Hell
she's
yeah.
big.
Oh yeah.
Obama?
You tell your mom you met Celine Dion?
If I met Obama, that would be huge. Obama would be huge. Yeah, I just...
Barry.
Yeah, I would be like, wow, this is Obama. He's a president. He was a former president. Any former president that I met, I'll be like, oh, wow, this is a guy's a former president.
Yeah.
This is crazy. Who else? I mean, I was at a party. I think I told this story before. I was at a party with Jim Carrey once. That was cool.
That's cool.
I was like, wow, this is Jim Carrey. Another thing that I feel like for me to be starstruck, it has to be a connection that comes from childhood.
Yeah, that's a big fact.
Not from adult. Like I've seen Ariana Grande in person. I've seen Kim K, and I was like, whatever.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And I've like literally outgrown.
By the way, I'm just naming girls that Pete Davidson has dated. This is how I've seen all of them.
There you go.
Just so we're clear, these are just his exes.
I feel like he's been
shout out Pete.
sneakily quiet in the dating pool in the press.
Well, he's in rehab.
Yeah, I was about to say he was
Again?
he was in
Yeah.
rehab.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in and out.
Speedy recovery.
Yeah, he's
hope
in and
he-
out.
Hope he's all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but hide your kids, hide your wife, because he's coming home. He's coming home.
And you know what he does?
For the holidays.
He has a chip on his shoulder.
And you know what he does?
yeah.
I was saying that I've literally outgrown being starstruck. Like I'm too big to be starstruck for anybody. Where like security would be like, "Hey, get that big black nigga out of here." So, but the only person that it would have been like, "Oh," is Jay-Z, and I saw Jay-Z, and
Jay-Z.
security was like, "Get that big black nigga out of here." So it's just like starstruck has gone out the window. Yeah.
I got invited to a lunch one time.
The Rock Nation?
by a friend of mine. No, by a friend of mine, just like a lunch out in Los Angeles. And it just so happened that Jay-Z went to the lunch.
Dude.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Did you meet him?
He didn't know what was happening. He was just like, hey, we're meeting up with some people. Let's go to lunch. I'm not gonna say what, but he was just like, let's go to lunch. And I was like, I couldn't. I was like, I couldn't do it. I think I had whatever. I was like, I think I'm gonna step back. And then he went to lunch, and then he came back, and he was like, Jay-Z was at the lunch. He was going out with the lunch was supposed to be with the head of Rock Nation, and Jay-Z ended up coming to the lunch. He was out in Los Angeles.
Damn.
But also, I'm like, remember when I got invited to the all-white party?
Yeah.
This is the kind of event, it's like, what am I going to do at lunch with Jay-Z? What am I doing? What?
So this begs the question, would you do the $1 million or dinner with Jay-Z?
Bro, I would do, if right now, and I'm not even saying this, I'm not trying to be facetious. If right now you offered me $150 or dinner with Jay-Z, I would take the $150.
Easily. I got bills to pay, man.
What am I doing at dinner with Jay-Z?
I think 150 is too low because the value of the food you'd probably be eating at the dinner would be higher than 150. So maybe 300.
But what if you pay, like if you told me, would you like to go to dinner with Jay-Z and you pay for dinner? Or you can go to dinner by yourself and run up the tab as high as you can at whatever restaurant you pick. I'll be like, I'll go to dinner alone.
I'm bringing a book.
Yeah. I'll go to dinner alone.
And the thing is too, like what people fail to realize, one of the striking contrasts that I've learned in life is that, celebrities they don't want to be there. You ever see like people take pictures with celebrities and they're like, and the celebrity looks like somebody just like shit on their nose because they're like, this is the last place I want to be. Like,
I think it's weird when celebrities do that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I think it's so weird. For so long, you try to like build your stuff up and get fans, and then you get them and then you treat them like shit. That's just so weird to me.
So like that's my automatic impression where it's just like, this person doesn't even want to take a picture or be here anyway. So why would I like, no, give me the 150. I'm gonna go to Outback Steakhouse in Houston, Texas, where I can get the ribs and and eat for like a king for $75, and I'll pocket the other $75. I get Spirit flight back.
No, I totally agree, because I mean, I definitely don't want to be here, but you do it because you have to. By the way, volume 8, it is not volume 85. Aren't we higher than that?
It is 85. Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
I thought we was higher than that.
Yeah.
Volume 85, Sunday, November 24th, coming at you live. Don't forget the phone number, 347-378-9423. We got a couple questions from fans and stuff that we want to get into, but before we do that, let's I want to talk about a couple other things before we get to it.
This is pre-Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, this is the Thanksgiving.
Okay, shout out.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, by the way. Yeah. If you're listening to this, I know a lot of people are traveling this week. If you're listening to this on your way to visit your family, on your way to visit your girlfriend or boyfriend or your future ex's family, if you're a white guy and you're going to a black family right now and you're nervous and you don't know what to do, we appreciate you guys listening.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving. Make sure everybody have a safe.
Celebrate.
What they say? A safe and there's two things.
Healthy?
Safe and healthy? I don't think it's healthy.
Something.
A fun and safe Thanksgiving?
Safe and sound? I don't
know. What is
safe
sound?
And healthy, I think.
Safe and healthy.
My jam.
Have a fun, safe Thanksgiving and
absolutely
spend time with family and don't bring up politics.
Don't bring up politics. But you know what? Drink a lot. You deserve it.
I'm gonna have a quick one this one because I'm doing Thanksgiving on Thursday, but then I'm flying out Friday morning.
Oh, word?
Yeah, I'm doing the weekend in Phoenix.
Oh, shout out.
Shout out Johan.
Let's go.
Our sound guy.
Yep.
But yeah, like one time, what's the most? What I wanted to ask, what's the most are you a guy who would do dinner by yourself?
Yeah.
What's the most you spent on like a dinner by yourself?
I've balled out. Like,
what's the most?
Probably like 300.
Yeah, where was it?
At a steakhouse.
Which one?
What STK?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did 450 or 500.
Oh, you went for it
at Ruth Chris in Aruba.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
But nice. To be fair, if I'm being completely honest, it was at the Marriott, I believe, in Aruba, and I was performing, and they gave me a 50% discount at Ruth Chris. So my dinner was like I paid 300. I actually paid that, but it had went up to like 500, 600.
Oh, I thought it was like 1,000.
No. I paid 300.
Is that through quality of drinks? Like, how do you get there by yourself?
It's hard.
It's not easy.
It's not
nice
easy. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
You gotta. Let me, because I remember I did the calamari.
You gotta do the calamari.
I love you gotta do the calamari. I did the steakhouse bacon that they do.
Yep.
The 2 strips bacon, and then I think I did a shrimp cocktail.
See, I'd
That's
be
how they
dead
get you.
after that.
That's how
Like
they
I
get you.
couldn't.
From
That's
cocktail.
how
I
they
didn't,
get you.
but you know, you gotta pace yourself. It's like
Yeah.
it's like drinking alcohol. You can't just go
for
all
it.
in. You're gonna get drunk on the food.
That's a fact.
And then I think I did a strip that was probably like $100 alone.
Wow.
Or like whatever. And then I think I did a side of fries. And then I got a bottle of wine for myself, which the bottle was
Sky's
probably like
classic.
150.
yeah.
So that
That adds up.
you know.
For me,
And it's nice. I mean, is there anything better than that?
no. And then what I did is I'm an add-on guy, so I did the porterhouse, but I did it with the crab put on.
Whoa.
So the crab put on, and then I also did.
That's really some king shit. It's like, not only do I want to eat a cow, but I also want to eat something from the water. I want something from the water up top. The only thing you could add, if you could get like
Surf
an
and turf.
alien, like something from space too. Like I want to eat something from grass, from the water, and then something from space. And then that's like,
Have you heard of the air, land, and sea at McDonald's?
no.
That's when you eat a fish fillet, a burger, and like chicken nuggets or
nuggets.
something in
I
one
heard
meal.
that. I heard that. What's the air?
the
Chicken,
bird.
I guess,
Chicken.
flying.
The bird.
Oh, but the chicken don't fly.
McDonald's chickens fly.
Yeah.
They probably do.
Yeah,
McDonald's
that's the
chickens
air,
fly.
land, and sea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might have
you
to
could
do that.
get you could get some from the air. You could get quail.
100%.
100%.
Quail is tough. You ever
Yeah.
ate quail?
Nah, I haven't had
Bro,
quail yet.
Quail is it is not. It is like it's like ribs, but
Ooh.
bird. It's like so tough to eat. It's gross. It's
Yuck.
gross. Yeah. You need
Whoa.
like a chainsaw to cut into it. But
Damn.
it's like wings, but it's like so rough
Damn.
and bony.
No, thank you.
Yeah, you could have added some air stuff. You didn't have no air stuff on that.
No, I didn't have no air stuff. Yeah. I'm not the type, like outside, I messed up. I didn't do the crab. I did the lobster tail with the pork.
I love a lobster tail.
You have to do the lobster
so
tail.
good.
But I'm like not one of those type of people who like go to a steakhouse and get like the fish or like get the chicken.
You mean you're not a
here,
complete asshole?
basically. I try not to be.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to Red Lobster, or you can eat Crab Fest. If I'm going to the steakhouse, let's steak it up. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, look, if you don't eat meat, whatever, then you know you're one of those people.
Yeah.
Whatever, I guess. Whatever.
Love.
But the people that eat meat, but they're like, I'm not gonna eat steak at the steakhouse. I mean,
Whoa.
why are you here? You know, it's borderline disrespectful to the establishment,
High
depending on what establishment it is.
key.
Now, what's your favorite steakhouse here in New York?
My favorite steakhouse in New York, I have like a top 3. So my number 1 would be, does Jersey count? Like the tri-state area?
No,
This is a free, no?
no. Why would we count Jersey? as-
No, because it's like right across the water.
No, don't give them that credit.
I have to though.
No.
Like, I gotta be. What you say?
Absolutely not.
Genuine,
Absolutely
genuine.
not. We're talking about
We're
New
talking about
York,
New York only.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So,
Sorry to our listeners in Jersey.
the best steak I've had in New York would be definitely STK.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the one Del Frisco's on
Frisco's.
6th Ave. Del Frisco's, and then one.
That's across the street from Radio City. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I have to go with, it's a tie between Morton's and New York Strip House.
The Strip House
Strip
on
House.
12th?
No, the one on 44th.
On 44th? The
Yeah.
one on 12th, you should check that one out.
I haven't been to that one
Yeah,
yet.
you should check that one out.
Yeah. Maybe we should do that.
I just went there. I went to the Strip House. Old Homestead. is
I haven't
good.
been. I haven't
You gotta
been.
check out Old Homestead.
That's on
on
36?
on 14th Street and what is that? 7th, I believe.
Okay.
Right near the Chelsea Market.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's right next to what's that? The
Like
other
Tao?
the other big steakhouse that's from LA, and they just
Catch?
Catch.
Steak, yeah,
Okay.
Catch
Okay.
Steak.
Okay.
I like Catch Steak. I go there a lot. I'm on the VIP thing there, so that's nice.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Celebrity basketball game.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
I
could you give me your ID when you're out of town?
Right?
I went there when I had just released. I've been there for like 2 like good like big events. I went there. First of all, I did a show there before I even ate there. I did a show there for NBC was having their holiday party there. It was just for like executives, and they wanted to do some comedy. It was about I'm not even exaggerating. It's about 15 people, 15 executives at the holiday party. They had like a back room, and the bill was $30,000
Makes sense.
for 15 people.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
Insane. But then I went there when I filmed I went when my HBO special came out, and and that's when I got on the VIP. Like the chef came. I think my waiter knew who I was, and then she told and then the chef and manager came out, and they were like, "Oh, but I was just there. I was like, damn, I wish I was on a date. I was just there with like a lawyer.
Oh, yeah,
I'm like,
that
whatever.
Sucks. Yeah,
and then I went when I did the Tonight Show the third time. I went there with the Tonight Show people, and that was like another thing. So I like catch steak is fancy. It's expensive though. These dinners could get expensive when you get older.
It's not cheap.
I never imagined as like when I was growing up that I would go to a dinner and spend $400. That's insane.
Yeah.
I can't, and I don't do that often. I don't want to sound like some guy who's out here spending that on dinners, but it's on a special occasion, a dinner for $300-$400.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah. I can't like leave the people hanging. But Blue, have you ever been to Blue in Jersey?
No.
Oh my God. Best steak I ever had.
What?
Best steak I ever had.
It's not the best steak you
I promise you. I would not lie on this broadcast for
No, I don't think you're lying. I think you think you're telling the truth. But I think if you went back and had it, you would be like, okay, I was on one at that time. This is good, but it's not the best thing I've ever had.
I've been twice. I'm planning to go back this December, and I'm telling you, we should go.
Have you been to Sparks?
I haven't been to Sparks.
You know Sparks?
Nah.
I've heard of Sparks.
You been to Sparks?
I've heard of it.
Sparks, I don't even think, Sparks is so old school. I don't even think we could get it.
I don't think
black guys.
Yeah,
I think we gotta need a white.
Not.
Like,
yeah.
it's that traditional.
Okay.
What?
That's where...
like Peter Luger's.
Yeah, that's where this guy got killed outside.
Oh?
Who?
The mob guy in the 70s. My mind is just drawing.
Not Gotti?
No, Gotti set up to...
Oh, I know who you're talking about, but my mind's not working.
The head of the mob.
Oh, yeah.
It was right outside of Sparks. He was going to Sparks.
Stop.
To have dinner, and he got shot right outside and killed.
Damn, I watched the documentary.
And that's what led to John Gotti becoming the head of the mob.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Damn, what's his name? Can you Google it?
I was gonna say,
and then, Brian, if you're listening, I think we should do an adulthood holiday dinner at one of these steakhouses. Thank you.
Castellano?
Castellano, yeah.
Paulie Castellano.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he set him up to be killed. So, they mean business over there.
Yeah.
That's like their pride. Like you walk in, they're like, just so you know, Paulie got shot right there. And you're like, yeah, I just kind of wanted a filet mignon.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but just so you know.
But you remembered it.
We know people. Yeah, no, it's very cool. I went there. That's kind of what I do. Like every time I'll do the Tonight Show, I'll make my team take me on a big dinner, like a big.
Oh, nice.
Love that.
Yeah, I mean, all I do is pay them commission the whole year. It's the least.
The least.
Yeah. Yo, what up, adulterers? I'm sorry to interrupt the show. I just want to give you guys a heads up. This weekend, I'll be at the Tempe Improv in Phoenix, Arizona. That's the Thanksgiving weekend. If you're in Phoenix, Arizona, come check me out. I'll be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And my last road date of the year will be in Philly. I'll be at the Philly Punchline. That's December 12th, 13th, and 14th. All tickets are at ianlaralive.com. Get your tickets. Last chance to see me this year. Big announcement. On December 21st, the 8 p.m. show is sold out for my special taping. It is sold out. I think we might open up a couple VIP tickets depending on what we can do with the cameras, if we can open up some more tickets. But the 6 p.m., we added another show. The 6 p.m. still has tickets left. They're moving fast, so get your tickets. You don't want to miss out. December 21st, I'm filming my special here in New York City. Thank you. We got some calls we got to get into. Let's break it down. Well, you had something. You go first.
Yeah. Okay. Well, mine was my first thing, and it was kind of just like an HR/dating advice question.
That's our specialty.
Okay.
HR and dating.
So, and topical for the holidays. So I volunteer at an unnamed food pantry vibe soup kitchen. I go, this is like my New Year's
Kamala's kitchen.
What? Yeah.
Kamala's kitchen.
That shall remain nameless.
Yeah.
And like, I've been going, this was one of my New Year's resolutions. I wanted to go at least once a month. So I'm like, been killing it, gone every month.
Good for you.
Thank you. That's not the point of this though. Like as a result of me going so much, I've gotten to know the staff and
food kitchen staff.
Yeah. The people who I'm in the back, like prepping the food with or serving meals with. Last time I was there, which was on Sunday, my manager at the soup kitchen asked me out.
Oh.
Question is that like HR violation vibes because it's volunteer and I'm not making money? Like, is it a bad idea? I'm going back and forth in my head.
I don't believe that a soup kitchen has any rules. I don't think that any of the rules from normal society applies in the soup kitchen. Everybody who's there, life has brought you there for a particular reason. Some people want to do better. They're like, I want to give back. Some people, you know, were addicted to crystal meth and now they've gotten clean. So they're like, I'm going to volunteer at a soup kitchen
to give back.
Some people probably are there on like a prison release program.
Work release.
Who, you know, they probably committed a bunch of crimes and then the judge was like, do 30 years. And then when you get out, you volunteer at the soup kitchen and we'll pretend nothing ever happened.
Work release.
And then the rest of the people are there because, let's be quite honest, they're on crack currently. So I don't think that the rules that applies, let's say at like, if it was at Sparks, if there was the manager at Sparks, I don't think those same rules apply with like a soup kitchen, because a soup kitchen is like, how could you have an HR when you don't own anything? So if you were to complain, they would be like, what do you want us to do?
That's number one.
Thank you.
Number two, did you give the vibes to be asked out?
What were you wearing?
Like, what? Are you feeling
That
like
is what
That's why I was so shocked.
That's
like,
why I'm thrown off. I'm done.
I clocked that he was into me. Like, we've always had, I also want to be clear, he's a good looking dude. Clocked it when
What's
I first.
his race?
He's light skinned black.
Okay.
All right.
I felt
we didn't
some
need
melanin.
complexion. We didn't need complexion,
What?
but okay.
No, but I felt there was melanin, like melanin in there. But like,
I don't know why I said I'm just how I'm seeing him in my head.
you're just giving the description.
no problem,
But so you're feeling, you're feeling the vibes. It's not like you're not repulsed. You're like interested.
I clocked him as attractive when I first started working there. I have a history of not being appropriate with coworkers. So I was like, I'm at this new soup kitchen. I've been an HR violation in the past.
Track record.
I did. That was an early 20s lesson. I roll into this soup kitchen. I'm not trying to meet anybody. Also, I'm like prepping food. I'm in like
hairnet.
Hairnet, no makeup,
Stains.
yoga pants.
Okay.
I'm not looking hot. We developed a friendship, and then
Can we pause right there? Yoga pants and not looking hot, that does not work.
Oh, I stopped listening after
That's
she
a
said
trick.
hairnet.
Oh, okay. That's a trick. You might think that you're not looking hot, but to the opposite sex is like,
There's something hot about a girl not looking hot.
exactly.
Out of soup
So you,
kitchen.
God,
not
I need
at
to call
Sparks.
you guys more often before I.
You
Not
think
at
you're not-
Sparks, but at a soup kitchen, for sure.
You think
if I
you're
saw
not-
you at Catch Steak wearing yoga pants,
I'm
we're
calling
done.
the police.
Yeah. we're done. Bomb
Calling
threat.
That's Cheesecake Factory fare.
Yeah, but
Wait a minute.
whoa,
I'm not going to stand here
slander.
and allow Cheesecake Factory slander. The narrative have gone on way too long.
Too far.
The idea that Cheesecake Factory is a cheap place is just not true.
Absurd.
I've been on dates to the Cheesecake Factory that have cost upwards of $200.
What?
Yes.
It is not a cheap. It is not Applebee's,
It's
and I
not.
won't stand for it.
It's not.
I'm sorry.
Yo, we need a sponsorship.
We should
Cheesecake.
film some content there.
Cheesecake, holla at us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yoga pants and not looking hot. Whatever.
I guess my only question is, I'm like, do you think that that's unethical? I guess my question is, because to me, I don't know if I'm like looking for this guy to be a boyfriend. I would definitely get drinks and potentially enjoy his company. But then I'm like, if my intention is not to like, I'm going to give him a chance. But like, I'm like, is that like not ethical?
Are we like your girlfriends on live? Because I love this because I have so much great advice to share.
How do you feel is unethical?
Yeah.
Because he's my manager when I volunteer.
Manager at a soup kitchen.
We're all
this
poor.
is high level rom-com stuff. Like you weren't looking
Everyone's
for it.
poor.
I wasn't looking good.
I don't get it. It's
This
no
is-
ethics.
This is like
We're poor.
Yeah, this is like no, you gotta go for it.
Okay, I felt seedy about it, but I was like,
No,
I think I'm going to do
you
it.
gotta go for it. You gotta go
YOLO.
for it. Yeah, not even YOLO. Like this is actually better than like what if this happened at JP Morgan? This would be like,
Right.
whoa, what's
there's
going
a
on
hierarchy,
here? Right?
they can
Yeah.
promote
Soup
you.
kitchen. You don't have to go. You're volunteering your time.
What
Okay.
did he say to you?
What?
What did he say to you?
He's asked me out very directly.
How?
I was asking him, I'll spare the whole story, but like we were talking about how busy he's going to be during Thanksgiving because that's their biggest day of the year. And I was like, what number Thanksgiving is this for you? And he was like, it's actually going to be my 5th or my 6th. And I was like, oh, are you planning to stay here for like forever? And he was like, no, like I'm between you and me, like I'm trying to leave and like pursue another career. And I was like, well, you're going to have to let me know whenever you leave so I can like schedule my last shift. And he was like, or I can get your number right now. Ooh. And then he asked me to get drinks.
You got to go. So
you're insinuated that when he leaves, you'll stop coming? Because you said you gotta let me know.
That'll be
no, just like how would I ever see him again once he leaves? Like if he quit his job.
But hold on, you said you gotta let me leave. You gotta tell me when you leave so I can put in my last shift.
Oh, so I can like get one more shift with you before you go. Is what I was trying to say.
Oh, but
like,
it sounded like you were saying when you
leave, I'm out back. Too.
So he's probably saying somewhere like, this girl was coming on me so hard.
No, he was not.
Hard.
That was not my vibe.
To his boys.
What you just said, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
In man brain?
It's 3 men in here, and we all agree that that's what it sounds like. It sounds like you were coming on to him.
This is the man.
What? I wasn't.
This is the man cloud. Like, yo.
Is that how you said it?
Yeah, I think that's how
you said, let me know when you leave so I can put in my last shift.
Like I said, like with you. Like
did you say with you?
Yeah.
I think
those 2 words are very important.
Are you guys serious? This is how male brains work?
It's almost like
when
an
you
option
said that, I'm
play.
like, she's sexually harassing him.
Basically. In his brain, it's just like, oh, it's on. Like, I gotta shoot.
Stop talking to people.
No.
Okay.
If you didn't say with you, even if you said with you, it's flirting.
Yes.
If you didn't say with you, you offered him sex.
You shouldn't have asked for the last shift.
That's how I perceive it.
You shouldn't have asked for the more information of let me know when you're planning on leaving. You should have just left it as is. To him, that's an opening like, oh, she's on my body. Let me shoot my shot.
Okay, we can let it. Okay, we'll let it rest then. I didn't know if it sounded like a bad idea just because it's still
like. Are you kidding me? A soup kitchen manager? It's like a cheap porno. You're talking about unethical. This sounds like a cheap porno.
You're gonna have a great time.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah,
he's hot. So
at
whatever.
Cheesecake Factory or whatever.
Bleeding heart volunteers sleeps with soup kitchen manager. Put that into your porno tonight. See what comes out.
God.
Yeah,
I know. I'm like,
how old is this man?
I don't know. He's giving like young 30s. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he's like.
So it's fine. He's leaving. You're gonna stop volunteering. You don't care about people that much. What's the big deal?
Go for it.
God.
We should be like, honestly, you should have an earpiece and we should be like your counsel. Because if he tries to do anything so we can like give you like the defense.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the bathroom 80 times and call you guys.
No defense. Live stream.
This is important. Have you dated a black before?
I have.
Whoa.
You have? Okay, so you know what you're doing.
Yeah, you're experiencing
this. Isn't your first rodeo.
Yeah.
Should we move? I was gonna say, should we move on to the inbox?
No. We should live stream this.
Live stream the date?
Yeah, you have the Meta glasses, so we're watching.
The new Ray-Ban collab.
Earpiece. Hey, no, he's totally lying.
Where you guys gonna go for drinks?
I don't know. He lives in my neighborhood or like the neighborhood below me, so I'm assuming around us, a little close to the soup kitchen.
Does he watch this?
Well, he works at a soup kitchen, so I'm assuming a dive bar.
What? Well, he directed a short film that's been in some film festivals.
So he's super unemployed. That's what you're talking about.
All I'm saying, I told you I don't think he's boyfriend material. But
at first, I thought he was just poor. You're telling me he's borderline homeless.
He's struggling.
You're telling me.
Oh, no. Oh, man.
He's one life event from going to the soup kitchen. And
to
get food. He directed a
short film?
A short film.
Was it at Cannes?
What? No, but it was in like the New York, the Tribeca Film Festival.
That's nice.
Yeah. And he's traveled a little bit for it. We'll see. This is my year. We're saying yes to everything.
What other stuff did you did that got you in trouble at because I think at work, if it's not, it only gets weird, I believe, if there's
different levels seniority.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Yeah.
And age too is weird.
That's big. Unless you're in the same department. After 21.
Like you got in trouble?
Did you mess up a home?
No.
Okay.
No.
Like HR spoke to you?
No, HR didn't speak to me. I was like,
Did you mess up a friendship?
I've left a job because a relationship ended with a coworker.
That's fine though. What's wrong with that?
That's
What's wrong with that?
It was just bad. Like,
was it toxic?
Yeah, my boss got involved. It was a whole thing.
Oh,
and that's for this, not my podcast.
It was because of you or because of
Did you get crazy?
Like it got weird because of you or because of the other person?
It was
both? Mutual?
Yeah. Mutual.
That's fun. At least.
Too much pressure. Yeah.
At least it's both of you.
Did you have a work relationship at Delta?
Never.
No?
Never. No. I'm not unethical.
But
okay.
It was definitely unethical. Yeah. I feel like I have hooked up with a manager before.
Did he give you a promotion?
No.
Yeah. Did you get a bonus?
And I've hooked up with a coworker who lived across the pond. I think that's the best.
Like in London?
Yes. He was from London, actually, but I was on a company trip in Austria. But I think if you're going to hook up with a coworker outside the country is the way to go.
That's the best.
Damn.
Yeah. I know.
They can't pop up
when you have coworkers, when you travel with coworkers, it's no good.
I can't believe.
If you're listening right now and your partner travels
for work,
they're having an affair.
It's unbelievable what goes on these trips.
Yeah, not me. I'm a comedian, but not me. But like the people who travel with like their office people.
Yeah.
Now they're at like a hotel bar in the middle of Oklahoma City.
I think it depends on the line of work that you do, though. Or
if you're in tech, finance, sales, I think the more mediocre, the more the wedding ring.
Yeah, I think
if
you work for a living, generally.
I mean,
I'll put you under the umbrella.
I would like to challenge that perspective, just because, like, again, it depends on like because I've traveled for work, and this last work trip that I went on, like literally after like all of the work events, I'm right back in my room because I'm like.
But isn't it a male? You work in a male dominated thing, so it's not like there's a ton of.
But even then,
snatch.
Even then, around. But even then, it's just like, wow.
We don't use that word in the black community.
Snatch.
I love that.
Yeah, I think it's like a slang for vagina.
Yeah, it is.
It is, right?
It is.
But,
it is.
But the blacks don't use snatch.
Nah, that hasn't crossed over.
Yeah, it hasn't crossed the pond.
It hasn't.
But if you're like pilots, they're like
they're known,
and they're like literally it's just them and the flight attendants who are either gay men or females,
and we talked
horny
about
females.
I don't trust
flight attendants are unnaturally horny.
I don't trust heterosexual male flight attendants.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that.
That's true.
Yeah,
I don't trust heterosexual male flight attendants.
You've said this.
Yeah, we said that.
We can score.
They're perverts.
If it wasn't, if it wasn't for what is it, the air marshals, we could square off. You have too much aggression at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
you want
to
step
do you think
outside.
Flight attendants are horny.
I think air pressure.
I think the air pressure. Yeah, I think they're just lightheaded at 30,000 feet. More blood rushes to. Don't quote me on this, but I think more blood rushes to your genitals.
No,
and it makes you more of a pervert. So you're more likely to cheat on your wife or husband.
Science.
Yeah.
Absolutely science.
How math works.
Yeah.
Wait, speaking of cheating, this is what has to do with this question.
Segue.
So, should we say the person's name?
No, don't say the
Okay.
No,
Segue.
So somebody wrote into
is the question on IG?
Yes.
All right. You gonna read the whole thing?
Yeah, I think there's context. It's a little long, so we can cut it down.
No, read it.
Okay. Hey pod, adulterer here with a question. My best friend has just had a second baby and 1 month later found out that her husband has cheated on her for the second time. My question is, how do I stay neutral and support her without inserting my opinions? She's already expressed to me, I'm probably going to stay with him and everyone is going to judge me, as in their friend group. I know that. And that was when I realized that I was out of my depth. I genuinely thought she was going to be able to look deep inside and decide that this isn't the life she wanted, but I don't think she's truly ready to commit to life without him. They've been together for over a decade and now have 2 children. She isn't taking the cheating as seriously as she's taking the mental health crisis she believes he's in, which can 100% be true, but they aren't mutually exclusive. And she believes that the reason he has felt off about the marriage is 100% because he's really struggling with depression. And then she gives some context on the cheating, if that's helpful.
Yeah, let's hear some context.
Let's hear it. Context.
She said context on the cheating.
He's a flight attendant.
On an early Saturday morning in early October, I'm asleep and my alarm randomly goes off at 6:30 a.m. And so I check my phone and I see all the calls and texts and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? What happened? And start calling people back. One friend gives me the scoop that she knows, and basically my best friend caught her husband cheating and sped to the city he works/lives in during the week to go confront him. He works about an hour and a half from home. When my best friend gets there, the girl he was sleeping with is still there, and they talk, and she tries to get info. She says it's been going on for like a month and a half to 2 months. Mind you, she just gave birth to their second daughter 1 month ago. Oh. This is the last paragraph. My friend then has to take him to a mental facility because he told her that he wasn't trying to get caught, so that she'd leave him and he could take his life. And that's the end of the message.
Yeah. No, I mean, this man, all right, just for the listeners who lost track, just so you know what happened, she's her good friend, her husband cheated on her while she was pregnant with their second child, and then gaslit her into believing that his cheating was a mental issue and not him being horny. Which, before I say what I'm going to say, bravo to him for pulling off that guy. Not for cheating. Cheating is trash. But the gaslighting is impressive.
Elite.
She said that her friend was more concerned with his mental health than she is.
Wow.
But her original question was, how does she support her friend and remain neutral? That's what she wants to know.
Yes, that's the original question.
This is interesting because I honestly believe that we have a narrative out there. People think that most people who get cheated on leave, and that is not the truth. Most people who get cheated on stay. That is a fact. Most of them stay. Everybody's like, if it was me, I'll burn his car, I'll cut his dick off. You're staying. That's what would happen if it was you. So don't start giving your take on it as a single person who doesn't care about the man. If you don't care about the man, it's easy to be like, yeah, I'll leave. Yeah. And it's nothing. But if it's your husband and he's the father of two children, and you've been with him for 10 years, and now you're a new mom of your new baby, and you got this other baby, and you guys have a life together, it's not so easy to just get up and leave him.
It's not.
So I don't think your advice should be at all to leave him. I don't think you gotta I don't think a good friend will give that advice. I think what a good friend would do is realize how difficult of a choice this is, and also be aware that if you were in that position, you would be just as confused as she is. The idea that you would have clarity, no, you have clarity now because you don't care about a man and you're a single person who listens to the Adulthood Podcast. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
But if you were in this relationship and you loved the person, you would be just as befuddled as your friend is.
Perplexed.
So allow her the grace to be confused.
Yes.
I'm the love doctor.
This guy's good.
That is great. That is great advice.
I don't even know if I should chime in. But I'm definitely going to chime in because you said something about grace, and like that's the most important thing, man. Because honestly, outside of that, like there's children involved, right? There's 2 children involved. We don't know what, and we live in 2024. We don't know what their financial situation is. We don't know if her best friend is actually working, you know, like, because it could be another thing too, where like, is she dependent on this man?
It sounds like she probably is.
And that's another thing too. So like, you know, with the grace, before you give your advice on whatever your advice is, whether to stay or leave, like also you have to factor in like, man, like 2 children in 2024 is hard. And you don't know if she's working or not. Like, is she gonna have to go and get an extra job? Is she gonna have to get 2 jobs? Like, it's heavy. Like, the only thing you can do is just be like, hey, I'll babysit for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll take you to Cheesecake Factory if you need to go to Cheesecake Factory.
I wouldn't recommend you babysit for this woman because the husband is most likely gonna try to sleep with you also. From the sound of the type of person that he is. Yeah. It doesn't sound like
if he hasn't tried already.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like anyone's off limits. Yeah. So maybe stay away from the house while this man deals with his horniness in therapy.
Yeah.
But I agree. I just think, you know, it's a tough time. And anyone put in this position, not just your friend, if it were me, anyone put in this position, is a tough time. Yeah. You know? And being there for a friend is just kind of just reassuring them that it is a tough time and it's going to take time to figure it out. And whatever you decide, it's on you. Anybody telling her that she should leave him is like, are you going to pay my bills?
And for my children.
Yeah. Are you going to help me raise my children? Because if you're not, then maybe don't give your opinion.
Shut the fuck up.
If you're like, yeah, I'm going to help you raise your children and pay your rent, then give your opinion.
Yeah, leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only other angle I was thinking is like, I think when you get cheated on, inherently there's a lot of shame just around like you're embarrassed about your man, yourself, whatever. Like if you come across as judgmental and you don't focus on the grace portion, like that's only adding on to the shame. Well, now my friends, and like that's very isolating. So to me, that's such good advice from both of you of like, friends should be the place where you can say the same problem 80,000 times, even if you're annoyed to hear it, and there's no judgment. Like you're allowed to process it with those people.
Right.
Yeah.
I think when her friend comes out of this, as you will, because you know, it's just life that works that way. I think eventually there is a time to have a conversation where you decide, hey, because she said it was the second time.
Second time for the second baby.
Yeah.
Where this can't happen again. You know, you as difficult as it is for her friend to go through it, if you are a good friend, it's also important to let somebody see if they can't have the objective view to realize that you're being played with. It's like you should, hey, from the outside, like I understand the love thing, but you're being played with. It's something that continues to happen, and every time he's gonna kill himself, whatever. And you know, there's nothing good about that, but it's like you can't continue to manipulate me into allowing you to sleep around.
Do this is when I'm having your child.
Right. We had a phone call too. Let's do the phone call.
Yeah.
Wrap up.
And for that dude, bro, like this OnlyFans porn is free, bro. Just get it out.
For all the listeners too, if you're gonna send us a question or a phone call, whatever, about cheating, just for context, send photos of the people. I'd like to see, you know, what's what before I give this advice. You know,
I would have been interested to hear what your take on you know, like giving the benefit of the doubt to the guy that it was something mental, because correct me if I'm wrong, you had brought up before about how like guys who cheat like continuously, how people would just be like, just don't cheat, but you had this kind of perspective where it's like if they could, they like would type like something.
Yeah, it's like telling a drug addict, don't do drugs.
You're right.
It's easy, don't do drugs.
Right.
No, there is a thing of that. There is part of that. But telling somebody, I don't want to normalize you getting caught cheating,
for sure,
and then telling your partner that you're going to kill yourself. As a way to get her, who's a mom who just
had a
gave
baby.
birth and is probably dealing with all the issues that comes with that. I just don't feel that's the right move. And it's like, even if we're not going to be together, you still have 2 kids. You're gonna
co-parent.
You should still want to be a parent to your kids. So I just don't want that to be the case. And also, I mean, that perspective that I gave, there was a difference between cheating in a relationship and cheating in marriage. I don't think those are
with
equal.
2 children. Yeah, absolutely.
Fair enough.
Adulthood Podcast. This is Gene, Ian, Lara, DJ PM, Johan, and Carmen. Yo, keep up the good work. I got a question for you guys. So I've been going out with my homeboy and his crew. And usually my homeboy and his girlfriend pick the party we go to. And the 5 times I went out with them, over 5. Right? Party got canceled. One of the parties was only Arabic music. One of the parties everybody was wearing Carhartt and not talking to anybody. One of the parties we couldn't even get in. So overall, 0 for 5, you know, and they should pass the rock, you know. Also, I think, like, my question is, if somebody picks a party or picks a restaurant and they say it's going to be good, but it ends up being whack more than once, do you lose respect for them as a person? Serious question. Thank you.
I mean, this is a great point, because if I invite you to a place, let's say I invite you to a restaurant and I tell you that it's really good, and you come to the restaurant with me and you think that the food is bad, I then apologize and suggest I kill myself because I wasted your time. I take it that seriously. If I recommend something to you and you do it and it is the opposite of what I recommended it would be, I go into therapy. I remove myself from social media. I hire a personal therapist to walk around with me and help me get acclimated back to society, because I think that's one of the top 5 most embarrassing things you can do as an adult person is recommend something saying it's great, and the person does it and it is in fact garbage.
Extreme opposite.
Like I couldn't lose more respect for something, whatever it be. You recommend a show, a movie. Some shows you'd be like, you know what? This ain't for me. It ain't my type. It's not that the show's bad. It just ain't for me. I don't watch Game of Thrones. I'm not into it.
Is that why we're friends?
You don't either?
Never.
I'm not into it, but I know it's a good show.
Shout out.
It's not a bad show.
I just refuse.
It's just not for me. I've tried. It ain't for me. But I'm not watching the show and being like, yo, this is garbage. He went, 5 times.
5 times.
The amount, like, I can't even believe you give him, I haven't went out with my friends 5 times in the last 15 years. He hasn't, 5 parties he's been to and none of them has worked. They had him at a party with just Arabic music.
I'm ready whenever you are. I'm ready whenever you are.
No one scouted the DJ for this?
I'm ready whenever you are. I feel like worldwide wrestling. What's it called? WWE. I'm ready. Tag me in. I'm ready.
Go ahead.
Can we start off with a round of applause for Gene for his patience? Because honestly, bro, I would have blocked their numbers, dog. Are you serious? 0 for 5? Carhartt?
Bro, if you invite me to a party, and I can't get in, me, Ian Lara live.
Zoom in, son.
Ian Lara live. If you invite me to a party and I can't get in, you're immediately deleted from my phone. I unfollow, I report your page as spam, and I try to sleep with your girlfriend. That's how serious I
That's how serious it is. That's how serious it is.
To not get in,
Carhartt?
That's the worst one, bro. To not get in, think about that. Think about...
Ponder.
Yeah,
I'm pondering.
We can't get in.
What?
No, I need more context on that because I got to see
what kind of party is it?
Yeah, was it like, let's try to go to this party with no there's no guarantee that we will get in?
Yeah.
Or was it like, yo, come to my party?
Yeah.
And then I couldn't get in.
Because that's a very great point. But it's also just the fact that like 0 for 5, yo, after the first one, I'm putting you on a list like I'm never going out with you ever again, like straight up. If I go out, I mean, I guess it's because the age we're at, but like if I'm coming out, first of all, that means I have a night off, right? That means I'm not working because I'm DJing, I'm doing whatever. So that means I have a night off. I need to have a good time. If I'm not having a good time, like, and if you invite me out, that means that, all right, I'm coming through like I'm the perfect, like, I don't know, +1 or whatever, where it's sense of, yo, let's get drinks before. What are we doing before? Like, I'm making sure that the night is already, like, we're pushing the night to have a good night. So automatically, Carhartts? What?
That to me is the part.
Johan's wearing a Carhartt right now.
Yeah, but that's Johan. That's my man.
But
I know
Carhartts with nobody talking to each other is a very odd tableau to me.
What is this, Williamsburg? You in the garage in Williamsburg or something? No disrespect, but come on.
I have a question about not getting into the party. So say you invite a friend to a party and you're the shitty friend. We're like, you invited a friend to a party, they can't get in for whatever reason. The person at the door is being an asshole or there was a miscommunication. Are you leaving the party to join your friend and picking another plan for the night? Or are you saying, I'm so sorry this didn't work out?
And going in?
And staying in.
No, you can't go in. No. You gotta leave with your friend if you brought them there. But this is why I'm big on don't invite no one nowhere.
What?
That's my motto. Just no invitation.
That's not, I mean.
You just tell them, I just say where I'm gonna be.
If you're there, awesome.
Fair.
But don't hit me up when you outside. Don't text me.
No, I mean, I got to add some context to this, though. But I think it depends on who you hit up, though. Because you hit me up, and it's been a bomb-ass time. Yeah. Like, yo, I'm outside. Oh, word, I'm DJing here. Come through. And we stayed out.
I've done that.
What? 7 o'clock in the morning? It was a great time. So it depends on who you hit up. But like, honestly, yo, they have a track record now. 0 for 5. Hey, guys, you guys are great. We're still going to be friends, but I'm never going out with you ever again.
Never again.
Gene, straight up.
Gene, you don't need this, man.
You deserve better.
You listen to the podcast. It seems like you're trying to better your life.
Clearly.
That's all our listeners. Anybody who sends us a phone call is obviously because they want to do better in life.
Clearly.
And you going 0 for 5, I mean, I would like more content. I would like to know how long, because if it was 0 for 5 in the last month, Gene, then I think you're part of the problem. I think you're an enabler. Because I don't remember, I've been friends with my group of friends for over 20 years. I don't remember us going 5 times ever, if you add it up, where it didn't work out, ever. And he got 5 in a row.
in a row. And I'm talking about like even on the nights where we go out and we strike out at a place like the main place that we want to go to, because sometimes that happens where you go and they're like, oh yeah, we're only letting ladies in.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. If that was the case, if it's like we're trying, but no one, the party belongs to no one.
I think we got to put on a function. I think we got to put on a function and we got to invite Gene.
I'm not sure he'll get in.
We'll put him on the list. We'll show him a good time.
No, don't say that, because I don't want him hitting up the page, calling the phone number, talking about I'm outside. No, I'm outside.
Springing House Studio.
Yeah. No, I'm outside.
We got to put on a function for the adulterers.
Nah, but honestly, obviously, you know, joking, being funny, facetious. I don't even know what that means. Funny, right?
You keep saying that.
I know,
like,
but I'm not
we could play Scrabble whenever you want, B.
Yeah. But I honestly agree that, look, if you going out with your friends and things don't be working out, also you should have more of a backbone to be like, I'm making the plans this time. Every time you make the plans, it don't work out. You had me in a Carhartt dancing to Arabic music the whole night.
And no disrespect.
Yeah, no disrespect. I like Carhartts and I love Arabic music.
Arabic music too. But
and the people, but not together.
Yeah. I can't strike out. What's the word that he used after the election? Filibuster? What'd you use?
Gerrymander.
Yeah, gerrymander. Don't let them gerrymander you like this, B. They just gerrymandering you left and right, son.
I mean, I guess, you could make an argument that they are gerrymandering you.
You getting gaslit and gerrymandering at the same time.
It wasn't right, but it wasn't wrong.
I'm here.
Right. Yeah.
That's the story of my life.
All right, look, let's wrap this up. Look, first of all, to all our listeners, this is another year where we're approaching the holidays. Thank you guys for rocking out with us, man. Thank you for the people who have been here since day one, since episode 1. Volume 1. What was volume 1? Jupiter's always in retrograde.
Retrograde. Mercury's
always in retrograde. That was volume 1. And to all the new listeners, we really appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank you.
Weekly. Thank y'all for coming out to the shows. We wish you a safe and what's the other one? There's 2 things. Happy and safe.
Happy and safe.
Happy and safe Thanksgiving. You guys are miserable.
Johan, you're the best. Yeah, we couldn't.
Happy and safe Thanksgiving.
Yes. Get drunk, eat food.
Yeah, and have fun with your families. And we'll see you guys next week.
Yes.
And we got to get people ready for, Christmas and New Year's and
absolutely
big holidays.
And 2025, right? Yeah. And don't have sex like during Turkey Day. You know what I'm saying? Like, go to your like hotel room or something. Don't be like with the mashed potatoes right on the table and the mac and cheese. You heard?
Yeah. Adulthood Podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Peace.